about the
rally here today? What's your view on what's going on with the redistricting?
Sure. Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, Matt Haney, District 6 Supervisor. The proposal to take the Tenderloin out of District 6 is really shocking and shameful. It's disconnecting two communities that have shared communities of interest, that have LGBT communities, tenants, and SROs that have been organizing together, will undermine their power and voice. And so I'm been very clear that we need to keep Tenderloin and Soma together with Treasure Island and not take the Tenderloin out of District 6.
And what's behind it?
I don't know. I think that the commission should listen to the people who have been clear where they stand in both District 6 and District 5, that we don't want those maps, that there's a way to do this, aim and shrink a little bit, which we know has to happen in District 6 without such a drastic change that would undermine the voice of these vulnerable communities.
And the other issue, people in Treasure Island have been complaining about the tolls. What's your view on the tolls on Treasure Island?
No one who currently lives on Treasure Island will ever pay the toll, nor should they. They put the toll in the EIR 10 years ago, and I think that we should make sure no low or middle income person ever pays a toll. And so we've sent it back to further review. And I think 10 years from now, if there's a lot of people who live on the island, they may need some way to manage congestion, but it has to be done with equity and not ever fall on the low and middle income residents of the island.
And it's a radioactive, they've had some radioactive problems. People have sick. You had a hearing where residents came who had been ill. There have been cover-ups, whistleblowers spoke. You think they should be building condos on a radioactive island like that?
I think they have to do every due diligence to make sure that the areas where they're building have been cleared, have been studied appropriately with appropriate levels of oversight. That's something that I'll continue to do, whether I'm here or representing Treasure Island, or if I'm at the state level. A lot of the oversight of the land is from the state level.
Do you think it's been done, the oversight?
It's continuing. It's continuing to be done, and the cleaning is continuing to be done.
David Campos, candidate for State Assembly. We're here, a group of communities from all parts of the city to protest the proposed maps that have been presented for the redistricting. We know that this committee has a very tough job, and we're hoping that they're going to listen to what community has to say here today, because a lot of communities are being divided in how these maps are being proposed. LGBTQ community, the API community, the transgender community, and we hope that this committee listens to these concerns because the existing maps that are being proposed don't really represent the interests of everyone involved, and I hope that we can get to that place.
You think this is part of gentrification of San Francisco? What's going on? What's going on politically?
Well, I think that many of the communities that are here, people feel that they're being pushed out and that their voices are being devalued and how this is being presented, being handled. And I know that's not the intent of the committee members, so I hope that they listen to what the communities that are here have to say, and that there are significant changes made to the maps.
And there's an issue of, another issue is privatization, the tolls on Treasure Island. What's your view about Treasure Island and the tolls, and basically making it a place for rich people who...
Well, I think imposing a toll in Treasure Island in the middle of a pandemic is tone deaf, and it's wrong, and I'm completely against it, and I think it's the wrong move, and it really shows a disconnect with what's happening on the ground in that community. It's not fair to that community for people to have to pay to come in and out of their home. It just doesn't make any sense.
Isn't it a city-controlled facility? Why would they start having tolls in city-owned property?
Yeah, well, I think in some respects, there was a sweetheart deal given to the developers as opposed to protecting the interest of the community.
And the health and safety issues at Hunters Point, Shipyard, and Treasure Island, are you concerned that, first of all, they're building it on a radioactive contaminated dump site? Second of all, black-brown community on those sites have been, had health problems, systemic health problems?
Well, it's a very real issue, and I think that we need to get to the bottom of what's happening there, and we need to clean it up before anything is built.
Well, they're spending billions of dollars for condos, more condos.
Exactly, more luxury condos.